Welcome to Embodying Your Higher Self, Tools for Conscious Living. My name is Michelle Chimpaka. Every other week, I'll be sharing potent tools to support you in connecting with your higher self so that you can expand your awareness and activate your own innate healing abilities. Many of my podcasts will feature healing meditations, reflections on life, and engaging interviews with other experts who are working in the field of consciousness, alternative therapies, and personal development. My goal is to elevate and inspire you to open up to your highest potential so you can live an extraordinary life. Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's podcast, Letting Go is Hard to Do. And with all of the current challenges with the pandemic that we're experiencing in our lives, I think we're finding that our relationships with our loved ones, our friends, our family, are changing. And sometimes as we go through our evolution and our friends are going through theirs, we find that there is a mismatch, or there's no longer the connection that we once had. And it's hard to explain why that happens. I guess we just, we grow, we change, we outgrow one another. And there's not that understanding or simpatico, as I like to say, that once existed before with that friend. And there's a very famous saying that I think many of you know, but I often refer to it. Some people come into our lifetimes for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. And we never know what category that person will fall into. And if we're lucky, they end up being with us for a lifetime or even a season. But sometimes they're just there for a reason. And that isn't always clear, right? Until after the fact. But I personally have seen some very dear friends, two in particular, this year who have, things just, we went in different directions, and it was necessary to let those people go from my life. And not without a lot of pain and heartache, truthfully, because I guess we have this idea in our head about who that person is. And then when they show up to us in a whole different way, or they've evolved or devolved. And in some cases, we can see our friends' de-evolution. It can be really disheartening and really take us by surprise. And so I know that all of you out there who are listening to this podcast can relate to how letting go is really difficult. Whether it's grieving someone who has passed away in your life, whether it's the end of a marriage or the end of a friendship, or the end of a life that we once knew, and in this case, all of us once knew how our lives used to be and are no longer that way anymore, and needing to let go of this nostalgia for what once was and is no longer. However it is for you, whatever the situation is for you, letting go is often not easy. And it brings me back to the time when I was a practicing Buddhist, and one of the main sort of tenets of Buddhism is non-attachment. And of course, that is a beautiful thing, but it's easier said than done to let go of our attachments. But now more than ever, I understand how being attached to people or a life that we once knew, and that attachment to that, wanting to have that, wanting to keep that and hold on to it, is what creates great suffering. And I'm personally suffering, and I have had a long time relationship, unfortunately, just because I am a healer and a shamanic practitioner doesn't mean I don't suffer. I suffer just like everybody else. I'm no different than anybody else. I don't hold myself higher than anybody else. I've just learned a lot of awesome tools that I'm now sharing with the world, and is a big part of why I'm doing this podcast, because I really want to help people and do so freely. For those of you who are out there who don't have the funds, this is my way of giving back. So I want to help you today with a way to let go of people in your life that no longer resonate for you, or situations in your life that no longer serve you, or even belief systems that are archaic and are not necessarily even yours. They may belong to your ancestral line, they've become a part of your programming. How do we let go and finally be free of all the things that bind us and hold us back from reaching our highest potential? So let's just go into that quiet place. Close your eyes. Take a nice deep breath in through your nose. Exhale. If you wish to, you can put your hand on your heart or your solar plexus, whichever feels right for you. Just place your hand there and tap into that part of you, your higher knowing, that holds all the keys to your freedom from anything that no longer serves you. And I'd like you to imagine that you're scanning your body from the top of your head all the way down the front of your body. And you're looking for any hooks, any cords that could look like kind of gray bundled rope, any cords or hooks or darts or arrows, what I call psychic intrusions that have been usually unconsciously sent to you by people in your life that have been upset with you or angry with you. They don't mean to do harm necessarily, but they don't realize that energy follows thought. And so what we think becomes an energy. And so now it's time to remove or cut away any cords between you and those people in your life that you're ready to let go of, and only the cords that you wish to cut. It's totally up to you. It's a choice. But you'll feel it in your heart and soul who you're meant to cut your cords with. And imagine you're picking up a butter knife or a crystal. And as you find that cord between you and that person that you're ready to release from your life, take that knife or crystal and just cut through the cord. And as you're making the motion of cutting away that cord, I want you to say, I totally and completely cut this cord between me and fill in the blank. With love and with light, I release this cord forever as you keep cutting away with your imaginary knife or crystal, never to be recorded to me again. Recorded, yes. I totally and completely cut this cord now between me and blank. With love and light, I release this cord forever, never to be recorded again. It is done. It is done. It is done. And then take your other hand, the one that was not cutting, and put it where you remove the cord, and just with intention, tap into the energy of the universe. Bring that energy through your head into the arm, into the hand that is now covering the place where you cut the cord away. And you want to fill that up with a color. Any color will do, any color of your choice, because we don't want to leave a vacuum. We don't want to leave a hole. We want to fill that space back up. Wonderful. Whether you want to see it as white light or purple, pink, whatever color you wish, just keep filling that empty space up until it's completely full. There you go. And then we continue. We're going to do one more together. And then after this, I want you to continue this meditation on your own and find any additional cords or hooks that you want to remove or darts. You can do this on your own. So let's look for one more cord or dart in your body. Okay, let's look for an intrusion, yeah. Let's remove any hooks from the auric field that have been put there. Any darts, taking those away. And now seeking if there's maybe one more cord. Again, you can sense into who that cord is with. Do I want to cut this cord with that person? And if I do, then you just pick up your imaginary knife or crystal and say again, I cut this cord between me and blank, totally and completely, with love and light. I release this cord now and forever as you continue cutting, never to be recorded again. Wonderful.